For over a quarter of a century, the best paintball teams in the world have gathered in Orlando, Florida at the end of the year to answer a simple question through a hard test. Who is the best on the biggest stage at the last event of the season? Over the years, the World Cup has been the scene of gunfight magic, a place of battle where skills earned through hard work, applied in the biggest of moments, has forged talented names into legend. But this year, the COVID pandemic has deferred dreams, stopped stories, and the entire sport at its highest level was put on hold. With only one NXL event in the books, the middle of the season became the longest off-season that we have ever had. But the brakes are now off. World Cup 2020 is just on the horizon, and the 4-day battle to see who is the world's best paintball team is almost here. Who will emerge as the champion? Go watch all of the intense battles now from the 2020 NXL World Cup, only on GoSports.com.
Call this set. And two teams very familiar with the Ironmen. One has been playing against them for 20 years and one that was with them not too long ago. And what do you guys think about this matchup here against Columbus Level?
You know, the Columbus Level guys kind of had some shots of brilliance in their first match. They looked like they were pretty good. They were doing really well against Aftermath, you know. And, you know, coming out with that win. So obviously Aftermath the lower seed in this bracket. But Ironman is definitely kind of coming off of losing A-Rod. But we were just talking about Peyton here, who runs the Snake 1 and gets shot off the break. He's definitely one of their strongest players.
Yeah, he's been playing really good this whole, you know, they had that tough first match against, I think it was Diesel.
Yeah.
But they definitely picked it up, started working on some things.
Ironman looking rough right now, though. It looks like they're going to run, Silos all the way in there. Yeah, Silos Cortez. But they lose 3 bodies with Paul coming off, Sobiak as well, too. See if Silos can make something happen. He had a couple good points as well yesterday, but not this time, as he had no idea that there were bodies in front of him here. So Columbus Level taking ground and, most importantly, shooting those bodies off the break.
But, yeah, that was a big mistake from Silos because he knew that he lost Peyton. I don't know if he knew that he lost 2 other bodies, but diving into that snake and coming around that thing without looking at all, you've got to assume that snake's hot. I mean,
sure.
There's guys in there.
Yeah, if you've lost that many bodies.
Yeah.
So Level trying to finish this one off here, and it looks like they will be able to do it as LJ Parrish, the last player left alive. You can see there in a cable cam flying over, and beautiful job by Level. So going up here early against the Los Angeles Ironmen. The Ironmen did look so much better, though. Completely different team almost than the game they played yesterday, getting whooped on by AC Diesel.
Yeah, that was a rough loss for them for sure. But you know, and I think they had a hard practice against. They definitely had a hard practice against us in Heat, and I think they had a rough practice against the Russians also. So they were definitely hitting above their weight class for both of those. But again, they are the right now current season champions, series leaders. I don't know if you call it a series at this point, but they do have a win under the belt, so they're definitely no slouch. And you know, LJ Parrish and Silos definitely playing really well out there in practice. And then they got Nick. And Dan Norcross has been playing a lot in the offseason, and he's hitting those shots. I mean, he's getting those kills off the break.
You guys get a decent amount of spins in with Dan, right? Doesn't he come on practice with you guys sometimes? When
Yeah.
you guys all
it's all those SoCal guys.
Yeah.
You know, we actually have a little group chat, and it's kind of just whoever can play. It's like me, Corey Hall, Mouse, Brandon Cornell, Dan.
Mouse is in the group chat, but he doesn't ever like to hang out.
He only shows up every once in a while.
He always says he's coming, but then
too good for you guys.
Well, something always comes up. Oh, I forgot I had something going on today.
But, you know, it's something also pretty cool. The team that won D3X Ball, the Hunters in Vegas, they always ask, they say, hey, can we bring you guys paint and we'll practice you? And they're getting really good out of it. So they're like, can you bring 5 pros? We'll offer the paint.
Hey, newsflash to everyone out there. Invite the good players and take care of them, and you can learn through osmosis. So on the breakout here, NRG Elite on the left-hand side of your screen, and a big move here in a secondary to try to get that inside-out route into the Snake 50, and he's going to hit the deck, crawl up there, and looks like he's going to make it alive. Taking on Sacramento DMG. DMG already in there with Shane Howe, I believe. And it looks like they are going to trade. So 4-on-4.
Yeah, you know, and this is actually also a big game for DMG. You know, they looked really good in practice. That first point they came against you guys and Kyle was a really good point. And they had some up body scenarios in which they could have taken a couple of more points from you guys. And in practice, obviously, they were looking really strong as well. But they have to play Infamous after this, and your guys' bracket, it looks like
there's a lot of possible ties.
Yeah, a lot of 2 and 2s that look like they're going to go down, or that are potentially set up to go down because of how Infamous lost Mercied was
But-
mercied by.
So, but there's also, if Infamous wins out and we win out, Infamous, Damage, and us will be 3-1.
Right. Yep.
The eye roll you just gave me. No, you didn't give me an eye roll. You gave me the like, oh my god, you know, like that, because that's always that's a tough situation.
Yeah.
But right now, battle going down on the snake side again, and it looks like Sacramento DMG getting another body coming off. That's Hallberg, and a minor penalty going to be assessed as well. So good start here for NRG Elite. We were going to come up and try to finish this one off with Abel. So yeah, so that's a good solid start here, and this is a game that NRG Elite new pro team, but this is a game you want to win. DMG's been here for a little bit, a team that has made Sunday twice, and like you said, Ryan, looked good in practice and also looked pretty good in a loss against Edmonton Impact.
Yeah, you know, like I said, they were getting some kills off the break. They were getting to the positions, and I think that's one thing that you really want to take away.
Thank you for the gift, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I brought you gifts, by the way.
Awesome, perfect.
Yeah, it's our
Doesn't quite
last.
fit in my bag, but I think if I take this off, it'll
Yeah,
okay,
you know, it's
sorry.
super inconspicuous, and the one thing about that gun is there aren't any other one. There's only 20 of them made, so when you do steal it, we'll never know where it went.
Well, and lucky number 13 here as
Okay.
well, too. And isn't it Friday the 13th, I believe?
I believe.
Oh, wow,
it
look
is.
at that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why we
wow,
brought
thank you
that.
so much. This all kind of vibes together.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, Ryan. So I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just saw the pretty gun, and I was like, oh, shiny spoon.
No, yeah, that's how it usually works. That's why I brought it up here. Is when I run out of things to talk about, I'll just kind of.
We're still early, though. There's still a decent amount to talk about. Yeah, and you bought me this jersey, too.
Yeah, it's a 20-year anniversary jersey. Only 20 of those made as well. They go complimentary with the 20-year signature series gun. And they're pretty cool. Every signature from every player ever to play on Dynasty is on the back here. Kyle's on here. Unfortunately, we never got you on the squad
Sorry.
in any way, shape, or form.
You guys are my enemies.
Yeah, we were enemies till the day you stopped playing, and then we became friends.
So now, still a lot of time just
Level
getting things
way
going.
off back. That center. Oh,
Yeah, Level losing 3 bodies really quickly. One running to the snake corner off the break, one out of that can on the snake side, and then a quick death out of the center brick. And then look at that. Level is
Ironman
just
got
coming
into
off.
that Dorito 3 really quick. I believe that's LJ Parrish, and he caught a lot of these snake side bodies.
Well, this is what the Ironmen wanted to look like coming back off to that first point that they dropped, losing all those bodies, staying alive, and they've really been pushing the issue. Peyton Tabata's been relentless. He's been in the center. And also Cortez has been too. Same with Parrish. Corey Hall had some really good attacking and counter-attacking moves on that D side. So, I mean, it was just an insanely better look for the Ironmen and a really good look for them in this point to tie things up. Still a ton of time left to go, but this is kind of the big question right now. The Ironmen missing a lot of core guys. Obviously, A-Rod going on to Edmonton Impact. No Thomas Kim, no Todd Martinez. You guys don't have Al. They don't have Al Fernandez. So a lot of hits, but still with the aggression, you know, all these little tiny fast guys running around, hungry for, you know, to notch themselves up some kills. And it's always good to have young, hungry guys like a Peyton or an LJ. I mean, LJ's been around for a while, but he's still hungry for greatness, and that's what you want.
Yeah, and especially on this field too. You know, Maddie, they can make those. They can use those guys as different weapons and attack all over the field, which makes things a little bit less predictable, but really difficult to stop the bleeding. You know, you can only shoot so many directions off the break, and if teams kind of just run all over the place, they'll make it. Someone's bound to make it, right?
Yeah, well, that's another thing we've been talking about all weekend. We talked about it before. Aggression, defense, how is it going to work out on this particular field? But aggression is definitely working on this field. But, man, a lot of guys dropping off the break. There's been very few points we've seen 5-on-5 out here.
DMG starting out with 4 here.
Oh, wow. Starting off with 3, actually. Shane Howe taking the walk off the break, and it looks like, yeah, you know, that bounce shot.
Abner out of the can.
And look for a move right up the middle to bunker out. Who's number 37? I can't see.
Gerber.
Gerber in the back. And Joe Barrett just taking a hit in the elbow. And that was a quick point. Definitely on a 4-on. You know, I do like that move, though, and Impact did it yesterday with the 3 bodies, is just go hard offense. And that's what they should have done.
Yeah, speaking, well, Impact. Kyle, rough first game,
Yep.
but you picked it up after that. How's everything feeling right now?
It was good. Honestly, we beat ourselves in that first game. You know, Infamous played a great match, obviously, very disciplined. But I think we beat ourselves. We had a little bit, you know, this is actually something Ryan and I talk a lot about on our weekly show. Our pits weren't really on lockdown, so that caused a little shambles. We got to the box late one game.
That's true.
One point, we just came out there late and no one knew exactly the play. And those are the things that cost you those little minute errors, especially, you know, all the practice goes in and then you come out here, you can't have any of that pit. It has to be perfect.
And you happen to match up against Infamous, who was real hungry in their first game coming back here with their new revamped lineup to, you know, oh, we're playing Impact. Okay, we got to bring our best game. You guys are always going to get everyone's best game. So jumping back into this next one here, see the Ironmen can keep it up here, or will it be Columbus level? So they get Cortez taking some ground here, snake side, double up that can in the center, and then here goes launching. And real quick, all the way to the 40-yard line for the Ironmen, and then also launching and releasing Nick Sloviak to go up too. So nice moves here for the Ironmen to take some positions.
Yeah, and it looks like they're coming down that Dorito side pretty strong right now.
Yeah, that's 2 points in a row. LJ Parrish. Oh, and Level getting a penalty.
Yeah.
LJ Parrish was trying to argue something. I couldn't quite tell what it was.
It felt like he got shot, but he
was like, I shot
trying to
that guy
say
first.
Like maybe it came off the net or the grass or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why they got the penalty.
That
Maybe
could
guy,
be like, I shot that guy first. But still, that's so difficult to call from the guy on that side and be like, oh, you did? Okay, I'm going to leave you in.
Yeah.
Strange.
Oh, one game, I didn't really get to see it, but it looked pretty intense because it was going on during our match, was the AC Diesel, AC Dallas game.
That was a great game.
I didn't get to watch
that
it.
That was arguably, we've had some good games out here. That was one of the best ones.
I mean, I just heard the background noise, like, while I'm getting ready for our next point. Like, AC Dallas is hot over here. Like, there was a lot of commotion. So I don't know what the final score. What was the final score?
Diesel took the win.
Yeah, I know Diesel.
By like 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, it was 7-5.
Yeah, and then they mercy ruled Ironman yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yep. Diesel's looking good, man.
Yeah, and out of the newer teams, you know, nothing against the newer teams, I thought Diesel looked the best out of all the teams at Vegas.
Just what yeah, for sure. And just what you guys were saying about how this field's been playing and how you have these younger, faster guys, or the team's willing to go. That's exactly what Diesel was doing. Taking ground, executing, shooting bodies on the break, winning the scramble. I mean, AC Dallas didn't look bad. They definitely came back and they made it a real fun match to watch. But Diesel
and AC Dallas looked great yesterday,
They did. They looked outstanding. So now, here we go, DMG down by 2 here to the young team, NRG Elite, filled with guys that have had some experience. And then Allen put them all here all in the squad, kind of merging with Boom. And now they're making a move after losing a body from the D side. 4 bodies live, kind of tucked in that pocket and up the center of the brick. You can see there with Sacramento DMG doubling up that brick as well. They've been doing this quite a bit here, DMG, going 2 bodies up to the brick. You guys also have been doing this quite a bit, doubling up the brick.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle, yeah.
A lot of teams, I feel like.
A lot of teams have been doing it.
When they're solid, they have their 3 guys in the back line. You're seeing a lot of teams go fill up that secondary guy up there.
So another body coming off right now for NRG Elite, and another one, so just 2 players alive for them now.
Yeah, there was a trade out. The both of those God bunkers, the temples on the snake.
Gerber's been doing a good job of this, man. He goes to that brick, he waits for it. He had one of the better run-throughs, a 2-pack run-through in one of the earlier matches, but he's been having a pretty decent tournament here. Though DMG looking pretty solid, not getting the results that they want. They lost to Damage. 5-2 is that score. They lost to Impact. Had some close points there, but ended up taking a mercy rule loss. So this is a must-win situation right now for DMG. If they want to have any chance of making Sunday, they have to win this game, and preferably with a decently high score too. So that's what's good about you guys, is that it was looking sketch after that first game. You never want to take a mercy rule loss because now you have so many points to make up. You almost have to go out and get a mercy rule win, which you guys did.
Both games.
Both games. So now you're sitting at 2-1 with a +6. So that's ideal, because your last game is going to be a tough one against Damage. And talking about teams that look really good out here, Tampa Bay Damage looks really good. So let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Thanks. Ironmen have some high spirits in the pits. They had a lot of roster changes coming into this final World Cup tournament, and a strange season for everybody. They did tell me, Nick Sloviak told me earlier today, that there are some hard feelings about A-Rod canceling his contract mid-season, but they're here to have fun and do the best they can, and that's the vibe I'm getting from their pits.
So jumping back into this point here, the Ironmen a 1-point lead after 2 in a row. And they already have Peyton in the snake, and he's going to wrap around, see if he can get a shot. I don't think he knows he's there, so he's going to come and trade with Pleedy.
How did he not see that guy? He looked like he was crawling right at him, head down.
I don't think he was fully wrapped around.
No, but our angle, it looked like he could see him. It's just a little too late on that wrap.
I'll tell you what, though, Peyton, I mean, anytime in his intent is to go to the 50 snake, the other team might as well just let him start there, because I don't think he's got shot off the break when that has been his intent. He has been shot off the break other places.
First point.
First point, did he shot off the break?
Shot off the break,
Didn't he make it there and then get shot?
No, he got shot right. He got shot diving into snake 1.
You're right.
That's all right.
But he's going to snake 1, not 50 snake.
Oh, so you run straight there.
He's going to run inside. Yeah, he has run.
Oh, the inside route.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
That inside route's working, man. Most people that run that inside route seem to be making it.
So the way that inside route works is it's just luck of the draw, right? And a lot of it
but
is.
People have been getting lucky then.
I know. But if a guy runs up the middle shooting that direction, it's almost impossible to make that. You see how that guy just switched right there? The guy in the brick just switched and looked away, and that level guy just kind of randomly ran across that, and that's how it's going to work, and people do get lucky. But you just gotta hope that when you make that play, that there isn't a guy running to that center brick at the same exact time, because that's the guy who will shoot you or see you.
That's been an interesting dynamic of this field, that center brick over to the snake
Yes.
brick.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's made for a lot of interesting.
Well,
interesting
and
games.
also how big that snake structure is.
Yeah.
We saw Chad George set a trap for Billy Bernacci in their match. That was
We're talking
nasty.
about that just now when we got food, and we were like, that might be the move of the day.
It was so pretty. Though that was the craftiest move that I've seen, but who was it that ran through? Keith Brown had a nasty point where he ran through and murdered people on the snake, and then somebody had a 4-pack run through.
They were winning on the Dorito side, and Keith was the only guy over here?
There was a couple of them. There was
Okay.
a couple of them, but that somebody, I gotta have to remember. But
Don't
somebody
forget
ran,
Ryan Greenspan jumping over the snake beam. That was pretty tight.
That was, I gave
cool.
you, when you go back and watch, you'll see I was singing your praises. You looked very nimble. Said, look at that. Look how nimble he still looks.
That's a great way to end your career.
I was like, Ryan, what are you doing? Those knees are, okay, he's all right. It did look like you were going to go butt over tea kettle there for a second, but you pulled it out, man. You pulled it out.
The DMG losing another body up the break, so they've almost, I think they've started with 4 pretty much every single match, and look at this.
NRG Elite, the snake, no one knows he's there. Might get a highlight reel here.
They still don't see him. Oh, there you go. Oh, and that is just as we were talking about it.
Yeah, there's another one. Man, that we've seen this, I think, 4 or 5 times now as Caleb Abel's pumped up. But yeah, 4 or 5 times this weekend we've seen that exact thing happen. If a guy gets into the 50 snake and he's willing to go and no one's looking this way, he's going to triple or quadruple up on kills.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite move too, is when everybody's looking the other way and I run behind them and shoot them all in the back. That's usually our game plan also. Like you said that there was a good game plan that Ironmen had put down earlier when all 5 of them were up in the front spots against 2 of them. That's the breakout that I'm ideally looking for as well.
Hey, you had a couple, you had some good ones out there today, Ryan. You look young and spry.
Thanks.
You may be spry, but you are no longer young.
That's true. That is true. I can look young.
Yes, you do look.
I could try.
You got lucky there. You do look younger than you are.
Well, I've got Alex Frage chirping at me all the time. Telling me I got to do this and I got to do that. So he's paying me $10 every time I bunker somebody. that started last weekend, right when he offered it.
I like that.
I made $30 right away.
I was gonna say you got a couple. Yeah, you had some good points out there. Yeah, San Diego Dynasty had a little bit of a closer one against the Wild Dogs, but then you kind of ran away with it a little bit. But they gave you some good runs out there.
Wild Dogs came, I think, surprised a lot of people. Came out here.
They won their first match?
Yeah, they came out swinging.
Yeah.
Every match they had,
Yeah.
you know?
They got 2 more. Well, they got 1 more against the Russians to close the day out.
I'm just glad that we didn't play them in the rain, right? And I think I mentioned that to you earlier,
On the
Maddie.
flight, yeah.
Yeah, it's just playing in the rain is probably the biggest equalizer for them. Yeah.
Christian Martinez, new pickup from, I think he came, straight from Division 2, Division 3?
Yeah, from the Bro Army.
That Bro Army camp over there in the Dorito 3.
Oh. Again, Maddie, one of my favorite moves. You get standing behind them when they don't know you're there.
Yeah, it's a great move. So.
But yeah, we got LVL up in the Ironmen's mini W over here. Oh no, you don't want to run like that.
Well, he runs right into a gun. We might see a penalty maybe on Hall. Nope, no call. So Dan Norcross is still alive, and it looks like.
But taking a bounce though. You see
Level,
that?
Christian's still alive
giving
too.
that back.
We'll see what Christian does here. The rookie coming through, trying to finish this one here for the Ironmen in a pretty close point against Level.
Got him.
Still untouched, yeah. So he gets all the way through, gets his man, ran the right route, and then waves off Dan Norcross. So the rookie earning his stripes here a little bit.
Yeah. That was a big save by Dan Norcross, and kind of this LVL player kind of got too antsy and made a big mistake on that run.
Well, too, Level had a Dorito guy coming down that side, and by their other snake player, pushing that much pressure, he would have gave him a little bit of room. But once they shot him out, they were able to turn over there and pick up their other.
Well, Level also had a guy in the God bunker who just died. Christian shot the God guy before he made that temple on the snake side.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so the LVL guys, they were looking at Christian across the field, and that's why when he was here, he should have just kept no support.
Yeah.
He should have kept that pressure on Dan and just forced Dan's hand.
Especially when Dan dropped initially, like
Yeah.
he shook him and then he didn't stay on it.
Well, the Ironmen looking pretty good right now.
Looking
against
like a
Level.
heavy snake side middle for DMG here.
DMG down a couple points against NRG Elite. See
Shane
if they
Howe
can get it
running
back.
all the way to that little cake.
Again, this is a must-win situation for DMG. They've already dropped 2 games. They have to win this one to have any chance of moving on to Sunday.
Ooh, looks like someone just got shot in the gun. Yep, NRG Elite taking the walk. DMG also losing that gunfight.
Couple bad deaths out here pretty quick, and then another one from Hal Vanta in the center of the field. So bodies dropping back and forth, and see who's going to be the first to go and take some ground now after this little bit of chaos. And
So-
it looks like it's going to be Caleb Abel again.
Yeah, and Shane Howe is left by himself over here on the snake side right now. I think he's still alive over here, but
I can't see exactly where he's at.
I can't see either.
I think he's
he's in
in that-
he's in the ghetto. He's in the
Okay.
sorry, he's in the 50 snake. He's in the 50 snake, and he's going to come out the tape. Oh, he missed him.
Yeah, the battle about to go down right now in the 50 snake. DMG Shane Howe
I don't
wrapping
think he
around.
can hear him.
He's waiting for Abel to either shoot his gun inside so he can make that move, but he does have to worry is that there is a player, Geiger's down. Well, Geiger's going to get shot cross field, so the D side getting blown open right now as DMG stalking past the 50-yard line. Now Abel's going to try to come back, and he's going to get diced up by Shane Howe and then bonus balled as well, too.
Oh, man. This guy's got to open his ears in that center.
And a little counterattack, and that's not going to work.
Wow, well, massive pressure over there from DMG's snake side, or sorry, Dorito side, led to, and we're seeing the camera right now just kind of watching DMG hold down that Dorito side. What we're not seeing is how Shane Howe is now standing behind them again over here with a nice pose.
Little communication error was big on that.
Yeah, that was huge. And
You know,
it
especially
opens the door for DMG now.
Yeah. You know, he gets that information, the NRG Elite player trades out with Shane at minimum.
That would have been
and
ideal
then
for them.
Their NRG Elite snake corner player has this whole side. This is just Shane over here by himself, it looked like.
Dude, he went around that corner and bunkered him, or if he hurt him.
Yeah. Then you got this NRG Elite player playing on the outside of his corner.
Right by himself.
Yeah, whole different ball game then.
This corner is actually really powerful. It's tough to get to off the break. But once you get there, you should be able to be pretty fine living because none of the Dorito guys can really see you. Now, I know he got shot by the Dorito side, but that was because the DMG guy was kind of playing in between those 250 bricks over there and caught him in the pack.
Well,
But,
let's check
look
out
at this.
boys. Let's check out the replay there. So, Abel backs up off that spot, having to deal with the threat cross field. Shane Howe hears the gun finally. He'd been waiting for it for a while. Shane had been waiting to either hear a voice or a gun for probably 30 seconds at that point in time. Just posted up, and then here's that last body. Nothing he can do about that.
All I know is if I'm in that corner, you or me, I'm screaming my lungs off just till you look back, and then I'm like, right there, pointing.
Get his attention. And that's another thing we talk about a lot is, you know, just something as simple as using your teammate's name rather than just calling the call, because there'll be an immediate call to action there.
Oh, Christian Martinez for the Ironmen going up into their brick. No one, he's undetected.
Yeah.
See the level player.
And Pleedy has no idea he's there. He might be able to see his shadow though.
If Christian is looking Dorito side, he might.
Do you see Kyle see his shadow?
It looked like he just turned around and shot. Yeah,
he
shot the snake guy.
Yeah, the shadows are getting long and he can't play the shadows. But Christian's still alive and he gets another one, I think. So Level getting bodies chopped up here is Christian Martinez, a rookie for the Ironmen, just picked up, making the jump up from the Bro Army. Does his job though before he ends up getting taken out.
Yeah, big point from Christian right there.
So Level playing on their heels here is the Ironmen looking to take some ground on that D side. Just made a move. They also have the brick still hot in the center of the field. Now they need to get up on this snake side.
Yeah, you know, and there it is. There's that cross move right there. I think that was Dan Norcross making the move into the 50 snake right now. But LVL knows that he's there, and they're putting the squeeze on this can guy. So that's it right there. Good point from the Ironman, up 5-1 after this one goes up on the board. You know, another thing that's we're looking at here with these shadows moving across, which is ultimately going to be kind of tough for our next match. But
You play right after this, don't
I
you?
believe so. Yeah. So I'll
I
jump
think
down.
there's only one more set.
Yeah.
left.
Yeah,
First
one
set.
more set. They play
So-
at New York Extreme next.
Yeah. So I'll jump out of here in the next 15 minutes or
You
so.
could probably be fine. Just
Yeah. I actually might just commentate.
maybe,
it.
yeah, maybe just commentate.
Take
the
a little
next
bit
match.
longer of a breather.
Yeah, there you go. You get a
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah.
Get
you
a
know
rest
what?
for tomorrow.
Hey, pop me a beer.
Get Crand on there, maybe.
Yeah.
Rusty.
Let me grab a cold one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you did have to do a lot of work in that last one, right? You got to be kind of tired, right?
Tripping.
You tripping, Doug.
Yeah. I mean, if I was tired, I definitely wouldn't say anything. I would say like, oh, I broke some paint, guys.
Yeah.
What are you doing for me? Oh, I stubbed my toe. My shoelaces are untied. Something like that.
It's always tough too. If like, I mean, you guys have 2 today, thankfully, but like, you play one.
It is weird at
game
World
and-
Cup when you
yeah,
have 3
know,
days
play-
of prelims.
Yeah, I know they've done that like a couple years in the past, but it especially sucks if you lose your one game on the one day, because then you're like, I can't go back and fix anything right now. And you're like, you got to sit with it for the whole night.
Yeah,
next
all day.
Yeah,
Yeah, and especially if it happens early in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you gotta wait all day,
yeah.
all night, all day. Yeah, it's
You're like, I wish I could have made up for that. No.
yeah. So with Impact, obviously stud roster, and you guys still have a chance to win this event.
Yeah.
It is interesting because you did lose 2 of your key 2s. No Justin and no Zach.
Yep.
So I feel like that's kind of the biggest issue you guys need to solve.
Yes.
And so you've seen multiple guys kind of playing that too.
Yeah.
But not their positions. Of course, can they play it? Sure. You know, you've been there. Golem was there. Everyone was kind of moving around a little bit. It's gonna
Yes.
make you guys a lot harder to scout. That's
Exactly,
for sure.
yeah,
So it could be good, could be bad. It could be good if everyone steps up.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. How's that working for you guys?
I think it's great. Obviously, for that reason you said, it's hard to see what we're doing. And to be honest, pretty much everyone played everywhere. Besides some obviously the front spots. But
Yeah.
and with the pickup of A-Rod, he's very versatile. I think that's been another a positive for us as well. So everything's been working out. It's just fine tuning and seeing what we want to execute with.
Yeah. When you get deep. So right now, the giant bomb blew up over here onto DMG's side of the field. That was one of the quickest points we've seen in a while.
These games are going quick. We still got 9 minutes left in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing you're talking about is at least J-Rab's not that good and he's easily replaceable. So you don't have to worry about that. Him and Zach.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, J-Rab has some heavy like EMT school going on right now, and so a lot of his dates kind of just with COVID, he wasn't really, we weren't really sure what, there was a lot of questions if World Cup was happening and whatnot, and
Well, he's trying to be a firefighter.
Yes.
And we've seen this with a lot of our friends over the years. If you want to be a firefighter, you kind of really have to dedicate yourself for a little bit. But once you get through that window and once you've done with your probation, you have like one of the easiest, obviously super hard job, but you have a pretty cake schedule because you're either working or you're not working for 5 days. We have some friends that are firefighters, and sometimes they'll have to work 48 hours in a row, but then they don't work for 6 days in a row.
Sure.
So it's a great job if you're a paintball player.
Yeah. And it was honestly kind of tough because, excuse me, he was going to be able to make 1 day of practice maybe, and then he wasn't going to be able to play till Saturday. So it was kind of like,
Tabata getting shot at the break.
Yep, and there was that up over route from NRG Elite. Now the guy who shot Tabata was the guy that was running up the center to go to that 50, right? So that's what I was talking. That was the move I was
that's the move you were talking about.
The guy runs up there shooting that cross shot, and you can get that kill possibly. Watch this NRG Elite guy.
A couple bodies though
start
coming off of the Ironman. Dan Norcross taking the walk. Corey Hall taking the walk. So now just 2 players alive for the Ironman. This is the chance for Level. They're down by 4. They have 8 minutes to work with. Must-win point here for Columbus Level. Stay in this match. Definitely enough time to mount a comeback though, as we've seen nothing but fast points in this set.
And watch for Level to jump up here and get this. Oh. And then who is that? LJ Parrish bonus balling the guy on the middle. And getting the kill on the next body that runs across. Too big of a bite, I think.
I mean, that's, twice that Level. Luckily, I were able to save it on the Dorito side, but, that's twice.
He threw his body away.
Level guy on the Snake side, it's kind of took, like you said, too big of a bite. A little too greedy.
So let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Thanks. Going into this next point, NRG has a 2-point lead on DMG, but they said they're not getting comfortable. They need to continue to fight. They can't feel like they've got this in the bag. They said going into this next point, they want to put pressure on the D side and just continue to advance down the field and run up that point spread.
Well, they need it. They got mercy ruled by damage yesterday, so they absolutely need this win. Not only that, but need to win big if possible. So about 25 seconds to go before the start of next point, but like you said, Kyle, still 8 minutes and 56 seconds left here in this match, which is a ton of time.
Yeah, but, well, actually, yeah, that's right. And NRG, and both DMG and NRG, I feel like their breakout is what's killing them.
It's just
a couple of the points that DMG have lost is because they lost two or three or four guys off the break, which is crazy. So it looks like DMG just made it with 5 bodies alive, as I said that, and still have 5 alive. So that's an important thing, you know, is be alive, get to your spots, and just give 10 seconds of survivability just for those, you know.
NRG Elite also with 5 bodies alive, and they have the 50 again here at the Snake.
Delicious.
It's Lackey, Jared Lackey rolling around, wrapping around. Jared Lackey in a gunfight right now with the Aztec. Looked like it might have clipped him. Ref went in, checked him out. Looks like he's clean.
And nobody on DMG aside from, I think that's Shane, who just got shot, knows he's there. So he's going to wrap around and get a couple more. Watch this. That's the guy in the center. Brick is dead.
Yep.
He's going to go into their side.
Communication error there. Shane didn't get that.
Great combo move, though, as Lackey comes through. He gets shot out after he did some damage, got 2 kills. His teammate comes through, gets another one. But here comes a counterpunch from DMG down that D side. Weaver trying to hold him down from that can.
I think it's a 2-on-1 right now.
Oh.
Ooh. Now it's a 1-on-1.
See if he can pull. We've seen, I think, 3 1-on-2s pulled off. Oh, did he clip him from the inside?
Looked like it, right?
Oh, it might have bounced him, but Weaver now back up on that lane. Weaver does not know the count, though, unless there's,
there
is
is
another body. Yeah, there's a second body out there. So it's now it was a 2-on-2. Now it's a 2-on-1. So Weaver is in a 1-on-2 situation. He repositions and tactically retreats to get back to protect his buzzer, and he's just going to keep doing that. That's going to make it tough for DMG to figure out exactly how many bodies are left alive. So Weaver trying to just hope that somebody makes a mistake, engages him, and loses a gunfight so he can get locked into a 1-on-1.
I like the move that he did. If he just got in there kind of like lower, he would have been able to do it unseen. Or if he dove into the snake, that would have been a nice move too.
Well, lots of moves out of Weaver. I like the proactivity,
yeah,
but
absolutely.
But just you know, he was battling against 2 guys, and once they figured it out, they were able to pinch him out. So another one on the board here to make this one closer for DMG. 1-point game. And again, must win for both of these squads here. We're in the prelims. You get 4 games. You need to go 2-2 to have a good chance of making it to Sunday, and then hopefully with a positive point spread in those 2 wins and 2 losses.
And we'll have a better understanding going into tomorrow where everybody's sitting on those 2-2s.
Yeah, it's also weird because with the 3-day prelims, some guys still have 2 more tomorrow.
More matches,
yeah, and some guys already have 3 in the bag. So
DMG gave that NRG Elite player over here a lot of time to play basically a 1-on-1 though.
Yeah.
That was scary. Who was that over there, Joe?
Joe.
Barrett?
Yeah, Barrett.
Yeah, I mean,
But
there was a couple times he had moved around. Joe just luckily dodged the ball, but you know, you got to put that pressure on the other guy if you're the second guy.
Yeah, because it could have easily come down to a 1-on-1 again.
There was a couple times I think Joe could have got shot there.
That's right. And also he could have tricked his guy in front of him and beat that 1-on-1 on his side without Joe putting any pressure on him whatsoever. I mean, we didn't even know Joe was there for a while. We didn't even know. So that's how little pressure he's putting on that last body. But then again, it is tough to see what's going on that side of the field.
3-point spread in this one here. Los Angeles Ironmen up over level.
Bad start for the Ironmen.
Well, they were able to get a kill, and they lose a body though. So they lose 1 body from the D side, and then they were able to shoot out Dowiak, who had a pretty good day in Level's first match. They lose another one, so level down to 3, and no one on the snake side for them. See if the Ironmen can flood a body this way. It's a 4-on-3 situation.
Yeah, and Ironmen own this snake side, but no one's over here for the Ironmen. That's the worry. But so both teams kind of matched up on that Dorito side. Ironmen lost 1 body off the Dorito side, and Level lost their offense on the snake side. So it's kind of, I don't want to say an even match, but this is how it's going to get evened up right here. They took their eyes off of this snake side, but they called it. Ironmen know he's in there. Nick Sloviak, I think, filled into the corner right there, as you can see on your screen, and is going to be watching down that tape right now.
So he's up over the top, definitely looking down this sideline, whereas Level looking inside from that spot. Try to find where that player is in the Dorito or maybe in the center.
Yeah, I don't mind that move as a defensive move because you can.
Ironman just got a penalty in the snake corner.
That's Sloviak. So Sloviak drawing a minor. That's really going to help out this Level player. It's Guerrero. There's no one in front of him now. And he is going to hit the gas pedal, run in and hit that buzzer. And he's going to hit it
and
clean.
they hit the buzzer with Corey Hall, I think, in the Dorito corner. Corey was looking on the tape.
Corey was battling down that sideline. I don't think he knew that that penalty had decimated that side of the field for him, or would have paid a little bit more attention to it.
Yeah, it's tough because he wanted to hold in that guy that was running down the tape over there.
The one player, NRG Elite, looks like he. Oh, maybe I can see. It didn't look like he had very
Any
many
pods.
pods.
Yeah.
I think it was just like
They have tan
optical
pods.
illusion.
I think they have tan pods.
Oh, so match the pack.
Match the pack,
Okay,
yeah.
It looked like you had one pod.
It's fashion, Kyle.
Okay.
Fashion.
Yeah,
guess I'm not
Kyle,
on my
it's
game.
fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to know about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped working at Nordstrom, and this is what happens.
This is what happens. You just completely lose touch.
Yeah, I'm out of
with the
out of the
fashion
loop.
world.
Yeah.
Also, what is that bag that you brought up here? Is that
So I
another,
got
another
this,
gift for me, or what is it?
It's a new, another gift, new Anthrax bag. The camera comes back, I'll show it. But
that's what you're supposed to put all the booty that everybody brings you up in here.
yeah, new little travel bag by Anthrax. I'll check the Impact Instagram. We're going to be giving one of those away tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
So on the breakout now here, coming across to the DMG, spreading out wide. 5 alive for them. They're going to double up the
Yeah.
the brick.
Shane Howe doesn't even have his pack on all the way. But yeah, doubled up in the brick. And it looks, I think, like NRG is in. Oh, didn't make that move. Oh, got him though.
Yeah,
So NRG, that was a bit of a bomb, right? So, oh, he got him. NRG just got shot in the loader in that
Shane
inside
Howe.
50 snake
Yeah,
wedge.
Shane Howe shot him trying to gunfight.
Yeah,
with
I mean
a nice
that's
job.
what it looked like to me at least. But he's gonna get bunkered anyway. Oh, and that guy she's gonna shoot him.
Wow.
There's another body over here.
It seemed to me like Shane shot him in that engagement, right? Ryan?
That's why he got a red. That's
Okay.
why he got a major.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this guy got shot in the loader that just jogged off from NRG Elite. Shane Howe shot him in the loader.
Trowick.
And then yeah,
As he was getting checked.
Yeah, he was getting checked. He kind of
But
got
I
bunkered.
think also when DMG came to bunker him, he had his gun down getting checked, and then he pulled it probably out when
oh,
they
really?
went to their break.
Well,
Yeah.
there was
So
also
he
a
was
guy
being
in this
super.
little W.
He was being super naughty. Is
So
what you're
another
saying.
NRG guy went into this little W behind the snake 50.
Oh, okay.
And that's who was shooting him. But I think the guy was like, "Hey, that guy's hit."
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, you know. You tell us how you mind trick the rest.
Oh, yeah, I was been
No,
needing to
no,
ask
no,
you
no.
about the Jedi mind trick
No.
you pulled on the ref.
So I talked to them about it.
I
So
know, I saw you
actually,
talking about it.
I actually, when I came around the 50 snake, I shot him in the arm.
Yes.
And then I had to come, because he was still trying to play, I had to come engage with him.
Yeah.
And as I'm shooting him, one, he had his gun trying to shoot me. That's why I had to shoot him like 8 times.
Did they show you the replay?
No, I didn't see the
I watched
so-
the replay
someone
like
from
4 or
over there
5
shot you.
times.
I'm looking at his barrel, though, and me and the ref, it was so loud on my lens, and his barrel was pointed right at me. I need to see it.
I
but-
watched the replay, but I
Yeah.
think this might be confirmation bias for you, because I'm pretty sure the Dorito side guy shot you
Okay.
during the engagement.
Yeah, I watched it with a
And
bootlegger
I think
bunch.
I just might keep going with that and not watch the video.
Smart,
So
yeah.
I can just
Hey,
take
just
that
roll
to my
with it.
grave.
I like
Yeah.
it. Just roll with it.
Mhm.
But you did do a great job of arguing your case, because a
Yeah.
penalty was pulled.
Well, we saw, and I was like, "You just shot me in the face," and then he was like, "Yeah, I think so too." So,
I think you're right.
I went up and after, and them watching the replay, I talked to Jason and the ref about it, and I was like, "I think that if that was wrong."
Well, here it is, Kyle.
Okay.
Here we are. Look
right.
at the
So
look at the
look, I
D
should-
side. Look at the D side player. He goes into D1. So you're gonna
So it's
make
hard
the
to see.
move.
So watch.
It's hard to
You're
see.
gonna see the spray. Just watch for the spray. So watch. This guy's gun goes up in the air. Watch. He concedes completely, and as you see, he's right there.
No,
and
you
you tuck.
guys
Watch this. Watch.
couldn't
Watch. Watch.
see it, his
Just watch.
barrel.
But watch. As you tuck in right here, boom.
Bam.
That's when you get
That's
shot.
not.
Bam.
That was the second shot.
There was a second shooter.
No.
There was a second
He
shooter.
caught you from the
Guys,
grassy knoll?
No. Before I got shot on the left, that was from the Dorito side, but I got center punch on the right side of my mask from
Okay.
him.
Well, we can't see that
I
from
know
the
you can't
angle.
see
It might have come.
Okay, that just made it.
Maybe it was from the grassy knoll. Who
Yes.
knows? I'm not sure.
I'm looking down the center of his barrel, and I get cracked in my lens.
Dude,
Look,
you should have seen
it's
or heard the horrible things that Rich Delvord was saying about
It's
you.
the magic bullet theory. I get
Just
it.
joking.
It's okay. Yeah, it's a
Well, I'm arguing my
conspiracy theory.
case. Yes, that's how I got shot by the Dorito player. I'm sticking with my story now.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, regardless, we gave you your kudos on your argument skills.
Because obviously I know when his gun's up like this, he wasn't the one that shot me. But before
looked-
that, why I'm shooting him so many times is because his barrel is pointing
Well,
at
it
me.
looked like you tapped him out. I mean, he's like, okay,
But
Kyle,
before
I'm
that-
dead. I'm dead. Enough.
The only
enough.
reason I did that was because his barrel was pointing at me.
I'm not saying you did anything wrong at all. That's not my argument in any way, shape, or form. This is a great job by you, both in the move and in the argument.
I'm just saying he did shoot me.
Okay, I'm just saying, you know, you got shot cross field by the Dorito. Anyway, Peyton Tabata, after nonstop being able to make it up here, they're finally really starting to sweet spot him out of here. So that's a couple points we've seen him try to take some ground and get shot off the break.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a thing that you got to watch for. Ooh.
Another body coming off for the Ironmen from the center. So now just 3 players alive for them and no one on the snake side.
Yeah.
Columbus Level in a good position. And here comes the push down on the D side. Nick Sloviak's going to come in and trade out, and that's going to do it. So Level going to pull within 1 now. Ironmen were running away with this one for a while, but got to love the fight out of this young pro team here, Columbus Level.
Looks like Corey Hall has his loader off, might be having some gun issues. That is tough because, you know, again, lose one body off the break and it's one of your offensive weapons on one of the sides. Like it really, really, really stifles any moves, especially when there's a guy in the 50 snake off the break.
So let's check in again with Lauren Kelly.
Yeah, I got a little random update for you. I was standing over in DMG's pit and talking to New York Extreme about to go out on the field with Dynasty, and they had a little message for Greenspan and Spica up there. Harrison wanted them to know that he is going to smack the hair gel out of Greenspan's hair and the eyebrows off Spica. So good luck, guys.
Okay. Well, I think Kyle and I are going to get him a new stencil for his beard.
Kyle.
I couldn't, my headset, I couldn't hear.
I'll give you the information. He said he's going to smack the hair gel out of Ryan's hair and smack the eyebrows off of Kyle Spica.
Who is it?
Harrison.
Who do you think it was?
I couldn't hear.
No, I know, but who would you think that would be?
Harris.
Of
Yeah,
course.
Harris. Sorry, Harrison.
What did he say about me?
He said he was going to
He
smack the eyebrows off of you.
That means he thinks I have good eyebrows.
That's exactly what he thinks.
That's very nice of him.
Does he know
And
that
he
I
said
don't play on Dynasty
so
anymore?
it was, you know, it's kind of like a backhanded compliment. He said, you have really good hair,
Uh-huh.
Ryan, and then you have really good eyebrows, Kyle. You know, he's kind of like being nice while being a
Yeah.
dick at the same time.
Yeah.
That's very Harris.
So, yeah, thank you.
I wonder if he knows
Hey, wait,
that
his name is Harris or Harrison?
No, his name is Harris.
I didn't even know.
Do you think he knew that I came to Impact?
Yeah,
I was on
he
Ironman
doesn't-
last
yeah,
year.
maybe he doesn't know.
He thinks I'm so Dynasty.
Well, hopefully he has to play both of us this weekend.
He'll be worried about me then on the snake side against you guys.
Yeah,
next
yeah,
match.
yeah.
Ryan,
I'd be- yeah.
Ryan, you might be thinking of Harrison Fry because they're both from the New York area.
That's right, yeah. They don't look alike, though. Not too much.
No, not at all.
Mhm.
Very different.
Very
5
different
minutes
body
and 10
types.
seconds left to go here as NRG Elite Sacramento DMG locked up at 4. Close game here. Close game in both these matches. And there goes an early
Oh.
death right now as it's looking like NRG Elite is very much controlling. I love the aggression. Jared Lackey, again, he had a really good point not too long ago. And now at the 50-yard line, wrapping around and looking like he might be feasting from this spot.
That's 2 for him. That's 3 for him.
And this has definitely been a dominant thing that we have seen constantly in the snake for the players willing and good enough to get into this position. You get a lot of kills from this spot. Here goes a little counter punch. Ends up getting 1, but not enough as Lackey's going to go through clean and wave off the rest of his players and go hit that buzzer after a little maybe 2-pack for him to take the lead.
Tight game here.
Yeah, and again,
Got 2 good games.
yeah,
now.
must-win situation for both of these squads as they both drop games. So need a win here to stay in this tournament.
So for Ironman, it looks like we got Nick Sloviak, OJ Parrish coming out, Cortez, new pickup from Bro Army, Christian Martinez, and Corey Hall.
Yeah, I'm glad Christian's having a good event. He's definitely picked it up since his first weekend. We practiced against him when it was his first weekend with them, and he was struggling a little bit on that Dorito side, just making it out, survivability and whatnot. But it seems like he's really sharpened up. From
And that's great, especially out here. You know,
Oh, yeah.
if you're not doing that great of practice, and then coming to an event is even
Yeah,
tougher.
a little
'cause there's a lot
nerve-wracking.
more
Especially if it's your first event.
weighing down. Yeah, Rest row and
Yeah, so no, yeah, Christian's had a couple good looks out there. They were thinking about picking up Christian at the beginning of the year,
Okay.
but they had already picked up a couple guys and didn't need another guy on the roster. But now with COVID, it was his time to shine potentially, and it looks like a kill actually is going to go to Christian as he was running and gunning. Ryan, that's that same shot you were just talking about. That running up to that center brick and shooting towards the snake side pays dividends.
Yep, that's absolutely right, Matty. And that's the exact thing, right? So he shot the one body out wide, and then the second guy tried to come across on that out route, and that's going to probably, in my opinion, seal this point up for the Ironmen. Let him go up 2 because he got 2 kills out of that, and it looks like LVL has 1 body left on 5 Ironmen.
Yeah, this is a big point for the Ironmen because still with 4:30 left in this match and the momentum that level had started to get on the Ironmen, they needed to come back and put up another point and steal back some of their own momentum, which is exactly what just happened. So now a 2-point spread with about 4:20 left to go.
Yeah, these shadows are getting pretty wild, especially on this this home pit side.
I was actually standing here with these sandals on, wondering why my feet were like starting to
Get hot.
on fire, and I was like, I think something's wrong with my circulation. I looked down and see that the sun's just blasting my feet, but I'm in the shade above. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, and we haven't seen the sun for a while.
Yeah,
I mean, we've been here since Tuesday.
It was out for like 30 minutes yesterday.
Yeah.
During afternoon.
And it was very
afternoon
cloudy
matches.
this morning. So hopefully the weather continues to hold out this weekend. It looks like it's going to. Might get something on Sunday, maybe.
Luckily, the grass has stayed pretty intact too. I was talking to my girlfriend last night, and she's like, "Oh, look, the grass looks really bad out there." I was like, "It's actually great, and it could be
Compared to what it-
completely muddy."
Yeah, this could have been a mud bog.
Yeah.
Well, the second event typically is the mud bog event, right? And this is the second event.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at that NRG Elite making that big out route, even with a body up from DMG in that center brick shooting at him. But at least they know he's there this time. Everybody seems to know that the NRG Elite player is in the 50 snake. So that's a huge bonus that's one thing that they've missed the majority of the other times. So NRG doubling up on this snake side, kind of making a move over here. The move is going to come. There you go. I like that move, but he still has to be wary of this guy right in front of him.
Oh yeah, there's also a guy. I believe that's Josh for DMG in Snake One.
So right now he's just kind of protecting that inside highway move for the.
Oh, but I think Ironman Snake One player is looking the inside from this.
Ironman actually just played. This is DMG and NRG Elite.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's all right.
Energy.
I don't like
Elite
I don't
players.
like all these acronyms. We just need to have real. Whoever got rid of the vowels thought that was a cool thing to do. You know, is it energy or is it NRG? Is it DMG?
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, too many
Well,
acronyms.
I always accidentally mix up
Well, it's
DMG and damage.
Yeah,
Call it
it's
damage,
that which makes sense. But
Yeah.
so DMG is dedication makes greatness, so that is
like
an
that,
acronym.
yeah.
But I think energy is just short for energy, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Oh no, you're not gonna make it.
oh, here comes the move.
Don't do it. Don't shoot your gun.
Making the move, coming through. Here comes the run through on the
Oh my
snake
God.
side for DMG. That was Hallberg.
However, he did not get a major right there is pretty beyond me.
Who? Hallberg?
Yeah, oh yeah. There was the guy in that center brick looking at him the whole way.
I think it was hard for the inside ref to see if he got hit.
Well, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But you gotta know when
Have
and
some
how to make
eyes
that
there.
move. Yeah. Or just even Hallberg just making that move it was very risky to continue to move forward because a major there would have been devastating.
Yeah, they're trying to find these bodies where those last bodies are here
Well,
for Energy
NRG did
Elite.
have two bodies over there. Oh,
They
there
have
he
two
is.
bodies still alive. One
Oh.
of them was in Snake 1 and the other one's in the tower. Oh, and see the mistake. That cost them a little bit here. DMG had a 4-on-2, I believe. Now it's going to be 3-on-1. So they did pick up that last guy, but they got a minute and 53 seconds to work with here to try to tie this one up. They're definitely going to be able to
they
do
got
it.
This one. The NRG Elite player who lost or was hidden in that Snake 1, who got the kill out of the center, should have never run back. If he had made a move low and forward, I think he would have been able to have a little bit better of a. But he obviously didn't know what was in front of him. But I think I'm gonna head down and start getting warmed up for this game. I need to put some more gel in my hair to make sure it looks good for Harrison.
You do that, you go get pretty.
Oh, you have that in a t-shirt version too, huh?
Yeah, I just found out actually. Yeah, if you guys want to, this is probably one of the coolest things. I know the 20-year anniversary Force is pretty cool, but these hypercolor shirts are pretty radical. So we have them in long sleeves
Lie
and shorts.
detector shirts.
It's a lie detector shirt. We were talking about this on our Monday night show on YouTube. We have a
It
live
turns
show.
white when you get hot. So.
Yeah,
That's when you start sweating.
Yeah.
So we call it the lie detector shirt. So if you're lying, eventually, or if you're just in a hot area. So there's a little bit of room for error in our new lie
Super
detector shirts.
scientific,
But yeah, super science.
Yeah.
Super science. So yeah, check that out at field1paintball.com or at the booth. Get the hypercolor. Brought it back from the 80s.
Appreciate it. Well, hey, Ryan, thanks for having up. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, see you at home.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you would like to do. Okay. I'm not going anywhere until after the tournament or this game's over, so. And it looks like Martinez is going to get shot here for the Ironmen in another close game. A little bit more time left in this one. Still 4:10 to go. And Corey Hall also going to be coming off. So a couple losses for the Ironmen. And they still have 3 bodies left alive. And have you seen any level players walk off? I think they have full complement.
Maybe one, but level's looking pretty strong. They just need to mount a little closing game action here. But still 4 minutes, plenty of time to score 2 points. I think they just need to. Oh, but there it goes. The level up player, Snake God player, just got taken out. But level up, getting some pretty good distance over on the Dorito side now, up into that first wing.
There goes Silos Cortez taking some ground, and he's gonna make the player for level pump the brakes over there, and he might be able to get that crossfield shot. And they are able to pinch him out, so that was a huge move here for Silos Cortez, or the LA Ironmen. Puts him in a much better position. Still shooting that crossfield shot, so it's Parrish, Sloviak, and Cortez for the Ironmen. And here comes Cortez, who almost gets clipped, as now going to come over the top and battling with that Aztec, and decides to go into the center, but he gets checked there too. So Cortez living on the edge over here, Kyle.
LJ Parrish looking for a move highway on the Dorito player, but he knows that 50 brick for level up is looking at him.
Yeah, but with how much Cortez just scared that 50 brick, so I think that 50 brick might be, he's over the top. Actually, he's doing it smart now. Sloviak's gonna, yeah, so the brick's definitely looking at Cortez still.
Oh, so
there's Guerreri here for level, also trying to shoot Sloviak underneath that bunker, and he's not able to do it. But they did lose Parrish though.
Oh, and Nick's still alive. I don't think they know that. Oh,
not anymore.
The God bunker for level up just caught Nick in the brick. Oh, Cortez just shot level up player, and I think he might have got a shot on the God. No, I believe it's a one-on-one right now.
See what Silos could do here. I think it might be Guerreri left alive for level.
Ooh. Almost caught him there.
And this one-on-one brought to you by the Ultimate Shootout.
Oh.
Monday Night Paintball. And it looks like Cortez is going to get Cyclops. What a beautiful job by, Guerreri to pull within 1, Kyle, with a little bit under 2 minutes to go. We've seen
good job by both teams there. Ironmen were in a tough position there, and Silos brought it back by taking some ground, some risks on the Snake side.
Yeah, I can't knock him too much. We've seen so many dramatic one-on-ones here in this, I think 5 or 6 already. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Thanks. Level Up managed to get that point. It did not go the way that they expected, though. They definitely feel like the momentum has swung in their favor against Ironmen. It's now tied up. But going into that point, they thought that attacking on the Snake side, containing on the D side was the game plan to execute. They weren't able to do exactly that, but they got lucky there and ended up taking that point anyways.
Yeah, 2 close battles in this set. Ironman up by 1, and NRG Elite and DMG locked at 5, both low on time, 1:43 here as we look at the starting lineup for Sacramento DMG.
What do you think, conservative breakouts for the teams here, or are they going to go at it?
I don't know. Both these teams have been pushing it, Kyle, and sure enough, they're going to continue to do so, taking some ground in the center of the field, and a little bit out on that D side here for NRG Elite as they get into that Aztec, and they're going to be losing one of their players here, doubling up in the can. So a small advantage going to go to DMG 5-on-4 as they filter a body up towards the center. And they lose another one though, and so it's a 3-on-5 situation in favor of Sacramento DMG with just 1:10 seconds to go. See if they can close this out in a high body moment for them. 2 bodies there at the brick. They're talking it up. They're trying to figure out where these last couple bodies are as we crack the minute mark. Three bodies alive. I think, is it 3? Yeah, 3 bodies alive still here for NRG Elite. They have 1 body on the D side. He's at the Aztec, and then they have Lackey up here at the 50-yard line on the Snake side, and he's got help behind him. So we'll see if Lackey can be the hero. Can he get the crossfield shot? No, he's not able to do it. They also lose their player from the D side. Actually, I think he did. He traded out. Oh, and a minor penalty going to be assessed on Sacramento DMG from that D side. That's going to make things really interesting here. And then it looks like Geiger able to get a shot in on his opponent, Hallberg, down the sideline. So Might be another one-on-one potentially here. Has 20 seconds left to go. Geiger runs forward on the attack, pushing the issue, and ends up costing him though. And that is going to do it.
But I don't think he knows.
I don't think they know. 10 seconds. He's got to just go for it here. Oh, they got two bodies left alive. Oh, they're going to want this one back. They're not going to have enough time, Kyle.
Wow.
They're not going to have enough time. It's going to go to overtime. Oh, my God. Wow. We've been blessed with some good paintball out here.
I didn't know there was another guy in the
I didn't either.
in the brick there for DMG.
We're blocked out from that angle. We got to wait for it to pop on the screen here, just like you guys at home. But yeah, wow, what a crazy turn of events. So the aggression works out for NRG Elite, pushed the issue and made enough moves. And that's also, you got to knock DMG a little bit for that. I know it got chaotic, but when you're getting that low on time and you have a partner right next to him, maybe one of you guys play rabbit in a hole.
Yeah.
That was used to be our code back in the day when you were behind somebody. Hey, run that guy up the field. If somebody shoots at him, now you shoot him. Now you go in and you hit the buzzer.
Russians have been doing that a lot when they're trying to win those quick points, you know.
Oh yeah.
They've been getting pretty crafty with those, like we saw last year with that 9-second point. Was that last year or the year before?
That was the year before.
2018?
Yeah, I think so. 2018.
In Texas, I think, right?
Yeah, it was definitely in Texas. But yeah, oh man. But that's, yes, the Russians are famous for that. You know, but that's that important teamwork. What are you going to do when you're in a pressure situation? You don't have a lot of time to think about it.
Sure.
You have to come up with something. So right now, even though DMG should have got that point, if they even had another 10 seconds, they were slowly figuring it out.
Yeah.
But not able to do it, even though they had two bodies alive. With so much chaos happening, they had no idea what the count was. It cost them, and now we're heading into overtime. And that's one that if they end up losing this game, because it's a must-win situation for both squads, and they win their next game, they go 1-3. That's the one you want back.
Yeah.
So very close game here as well between Columbus Level and the LA Ironmen. So this is a great look for Level. Ironmen won the first event. Obviously, they've had some hits to the roster. No Thomas Kim. Todd is not here. Tom Martinez is their coach. And then they lost A-Rod to Impact. But they looked really good in their last match. Not so good in their first match. So we'll see. If they win this one, that's it. That should be it. So on the breakout, Level taking some ground in that center. So does the Ironman, and Level able to shoot a body on the break. That was Parrish over there, but then another body comes off, this time for Level. So 4-on-4. Yeah, so still 4-on-4, everyone. Now looking for what's going to be the move. It's up to Level, though. Level needs to push forward. The Ironmen don't. The Ironmen have a 1-point lead. They'll be completely content with 1 minute and 5 seconds going off. But yeah, it looks like they are going to be losing another body on that D side. It's Martinez. And here comes Pleedy. Pleedy pushing the issue. Pleedy now past the 50-yard line. Trying to create some offensive. Oh, did Pleedy just got clipped? It looks like he did. Hollowell following him up, though. There goes another body coming off for the Ironmen. They might be able to do it here. 44 seconds left. They're running down that D side. He gets taken out. Here comes Hollowell. Hollowell is going to, is it Corey Hall? Corey Hall last player, and I think they're going to have enough time. Yeah, they definitely are. And a major penalty going to be assessed. Oh, no, a major penalty assessed.
On Ironman. On Corey.
Yeah, Corey's looking, going, wait a second, is it me? But he started running towards Level's side. You typically know who the penalty's on when the referee starts running towards that team's side. But instead he runs right over to, yeah, so I mean, it might have been on Corey Hall. I think that's what it looks like.
I don't know. I kind of don't feel like, you know, that Corey got a penalty there.
Yeah, I'd like to see a replay.
It was very bang, and he was getting ripped by the other guy. Just pull him out.
Those are one of the ones where you're like,
hang the flag.
Yeah.
You know,
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Because now it's, I mean, you know, tied up. Yeah.
It's going to be tied up. There's going to be about 30 seconds left. So
and
now the
Ironmen start down.
Now the Ironmen start down. Now the question is, can Level finish it quick enough, or are we going to be heading to an overtime?
Yeah. So speaking of overtime, seeing another one here. Oh, NRG Elite losing their God player, but getting some distance on the Dorito side. DMG still 5 up. NRG Elite getting all the way down Dorito side into that wing.
So tense moments right now as we had thrown 5 minutes on the clock in this overtime point. No one on the snake side here for NRG Elite. Sacramento DMG on your screen. There's their snake player. He's at the Aztec looking towards that D side. And here comes the push for NRG Elite. Pushing up past the 50-yard line on the D side, but they lose a body here. I think it's Jason Dennis taking the walk. It is for NRG Elite. So no one is even close to the snake side now. Kyle.
NRG still in good position on the Dorito side, and DMG has 3 bodies over there, so they look to figure it out and try to push, but NRG also losing their brick guy.
Has just a tough death out of the center and got shot in the leg as he was kind of tripoded out a little bit too much, or bipoded out, and it, just got his leg clipped. So now those 2 bodies on the D side are going to have to find a way to make this happen. Better cross-field spread for Sacramento DMG, playing more conservative and making their shots count here in this overtime point. Big advantage for them right now.
And I think the situation you're seeing right now is DMG doesn't know that they shot this whole side off. They don't realize they've got 3 bodies there. But just one player left for NRG Elite, and DMG doesn't completely blow. We might see here, yeah, close the game out.
Yeah, Hallberg's still alive. Looks like they have 3 bodies alive. So a solid point here for DMG, holding the line, making sure those zones have paint in them and making their shots. So going to be taking the victory here and preserving their chance at this tournament.
Sure.
So they still have one more game to go tomorrow against Infamous, the very first set of the day. First set tomorrow will be starting at 9:30 instead of 8:30, and they'll be heading into that
game for us too, for standing, seating, everything.
That's true, because this is your bracket.
Yes, yeah. So if we see, maybe.
So you need to win your next game and then hope that DMG beats Infamous.
With a strong looking Infamous team this event,
So Kyle, let's take a look at this replay here. Major penalty assessed on Corey Hall. So there's
Okay.
Corey Hall. So he's going to get that shot and then immediately looks downfield again. So let's look for any explosions on him. Nothing yet. Then he launches right.
Oh, he did have one in his pack, but I don't know.
It's in his leg. He was shot in his leg.
Okay.
Oh, in the ribs. Oh, right there.
Yeah,
okay.
like at that upper pack area.
Yeah, so right there,
Yeah.
and then play it out. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, he's hit and he's shooting it. Yeah, I mean,
I think you just pull those 2 guys out. I mean.
Yeah,
It wasn't really like.
Yeah, but that's not how the rule necessarily is written now. So I see why the ref threw the penalty now.
Sure.
Because he definitely took a hit in the ribs and then took 2 or 3 steps, still blazing his gun. So you are going to get majors for that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd like the game to be decided by the guys. Yeah, that didn't really change anything there, as that was that guy. But that being said, I mean, if you take a hit in your ribs and a ref sees it, and you take 2 or 3 steps, still blazing the guy that shot you, you're going to get a red flag for that.
Yeah.
So unfortunate turn of events here for the Ironmen, as they are going to be down bodies, barely any time on the clock. Tie ball game, 6-6. Can Columbus level with a full complement, 5 players, take the Ironmen down and win this come from behind victory?
It looks like they're gonna let Ironmen. They might have
changed
dropped that call.
Okay.
Because Ironmen have 5 guys.
Ooh, that's
and Corey
true.
was the last one.
So maybe they changed it to not a minor major. Changed it into a minor.
But no, because if it was a minor, wouldn't they still?
So maybe they did watch it, because I do see 5 guys out there right now.
I completely agree with what you're saying. You have to keep the rules the way they are.
If not, it's gonna be the Wild Wild West.
But I do like this situation that they didn't completely dictate this game, because especially if they lay the hammer down, they start with 3. And honestly, going back to my call earlier, I went back and I was like, hey, if you guys really think that, I haven't seen the footage. If it looks like that, I still think I'm right. But I like that they went back and they made it fair.
Yeah.
They made the correct call.
And again, we've got to say a thank you to everyone out there. With the more subscribers we have, the more things like instant replay we get to bring to the sport. So big tip of the hat to all the fans. Right now, see if is one team going to pull it out.
Ironman's going for the point.
Ironmen are absolutely going for this one. Here comes Christian. Christian hunting in the center. He's going to come around. He's going to get that shot and stay alive. That's huge. Only 14 seconds to work with. Minor penalty now going to be assessed on level. And here comes the push. Somebody needs to hit the afterburners, though. If anyone's alive, Cortez is alive. I don't know if he's going to have enough time. Just with 1 second left, Silos Cortez, I think, just stole this win for the Ironmen. Wow. That was a crazy end to a very interesting game. Great look for level, though, even if they lost. Waiting for the call. What do you think?
Silos getting checked out.
I think that if he's clean, I think he hit it with about a second left.
No, he got it.
Yeah, so that's what it looked like. So the Ironmen stealing the win here at the very end. And that's going to give them a chance now. Even with the blowout loss they took to AC Diesel, then they blew out Aftermath, so they went 1-1 with a 0 on the point spread. And now here going to be 2-1 with the +1. So the point spread's still pretty low, but they now got a chance. Ironman, their last game is going to be against AC Dallas. And AC Dallas is going to be hungry because they just dropped a game against AC Diesel.
Yeah.
And you don't want to lose to your brother team.
Yeah.
Crazy. So that is going to do it here in this set. As the Ironmen taking the victory, NRG Elite taking the loss in overtime. Oh no, taking the win in overtime. Loss overtime. Yeah, DMG. So one more set to go here. Russian Legion taking on the Wild Dogs, Dynasty, and New York Extreme. So yeah, I mean that was a really good match. Both great matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely great
People
match.
are starting to see those shots get more dialed in on the runners. So as it progresses, usually through the tournament.
We see it every year, every event. As we make our way through the tournament, teams get crisper. They understand the game plans a little bit better, understand those shots, those lanes, what works, what doesn't. We see teams trying things out and then starting to go with those stock game plans. And then at that point in time, it's going to be who can execute. And then when it gets crazy, who wins in the scramble.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Good field layout.
Yeah, I like this layout.
Yeah.
It's been really fun. We've had some upsets. We've had some close games. Of course, you're always going to have your fair share of blowouts.
Yeah.
But well, Kyle, you guys got your show with Ryan Greenspan.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that before we sign off.
So we're doing a Monday night show every week, live on YouTube. So definitely check that out. And it's kind of we go over certain concepts, but it's also time for a Q&A to pick our brains, and we go over a lot of in-depth paintball theory, and so it's kind of what we've heard about paintball news in the week, and just some updates, and then also we get in pretty in-depth about advanced paintball IQ theory. So it's definitely something you should check out if you want something. I think we'll be continuing that through the off season until next year. So other than that, just been working for Carbon Paintball now.
Yeah.
So bringing on new teams.
Yeah, and this game's actually brought to you by Carbon Paintball.
There we go.
And it looks like so we have a little bit of a delay here before we sign off because they are reviewing that last hang to make sure it was good.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, on the time.
Okay.
So it's under review currently
Point's
here.
Good. I just heard.
Okay, yeah, I just heard that the point's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game brought to you by Carbon Paintball. You guys have the new 2021 team program coming out with some new products.
Yeah.
And what I love about Carbon, the guys that run Carbon worked for other paintball companies before they started Carbon.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they know source the best materials, best designs, what works, what doesn't, throughout the times they were working for other people, now doing it for themselves.
Yeah.
And they started with one product line, slowly but surely adding awesome stuff, and it's definitely become a player favorite.
Yeah.
So it's just been really cool, and you guys, you can mix and match. You don't have to necessarily choose one thing or the other. Most companies want you head to toe. Not so with Carbon, so definitely check it out, carbonpaintball.com, or hit up Kyle.
Yeah. Kspicka at carbonpaintball.com. If you're getting your team sponsored, hit me up. I'm your guy, and can potentially work something out, especially as we're going into the next year. We just got Hurricanes in some Carbon jerseys. They went actually with some red jerseys too instead of their typical blue.
Nice.
Pretty rad. So maybe you'll see that come Sunday if we bring them over to this field.
Yeah.
But other than that, when I talked to those guys, I was like, I definitely would love to work with you guys. It's a product that I can stand behind and fully confident as a person that's used it for a while. They're making really streamlined, very, very good quality paintball products. So
Yeah, good to see, man. Good for you, good for them, and good for the sport. So before we sign off, head into this next set. Let's check out this interview with Thorne Kelly.
Pro event. I think my audio just came in. So I'm here with the Boyan brothers from DMG. It is your first pro event, World Cup, during a pandemic. That's a lot of pressure. So how are you feeling about the weekend so far?
Trying to stay optimistic. Obviously, this is a whole new breed of paintball coming up from divisional. Luckily, we got a great camp, deep roster. You know, between Dave Baines, our coaching staff, and the players around me. I mean, it's been a pretty awesome opportunity.
Go ahead and lift that.
Great opportunity, and I look forward to continuing to get experience, taking us into next year, and trying to be a force in the league.
Something you were just saying is there's a lot of talent coming up from divisional, which I think is really inspiring for people watching at home to know that if they grind and they practice, they can come and they can play in the pros too. Talk to me a little bit about both of your journeys getting to this pro field.
A lot of hard work, man. To get to this top level, you have to work relentless. You got to be out there every weekend, double-day weekends. If your field opens on a weekday, you got to get out there. If they don't, talk to the guys, see if you can get extra play time. You see a lot of these pros, especially the new guys coming in these last couple years, they've been grinding for 8, 9, 10 years, you know. So just, yeah, don't get defeated, man. Just keep grinding, keep working hard, and the opportunity will come.
Yeah, you got to fight for that opportunity. Now, you have one more day of prelims. Yesterday, you were telling me it was a little rough for you. Unfortunately, I wasn't here to watch that. You guys won your last match. So how are you feeling going into the team meeting tonight? What are some things you think you guys are going to break down?
Yeah, we definitely have a lot to talk about. We had a rough day yesterday with Damage. We had a real tough match with them. I think it was a little closer than it was on the scoreboard, but it is what it is. And then we came out here and we learned a lot from the Impact match. So I think what we're gonna do, I mean, to be honest, we're a little pissed off. I think we're a little bit better than we have been playing. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about. We're gonna come out hungry for that infamous match.
Well, you could go 2-2, still could get into Sunday, and having a chip on your shoulder isn't a bad thing. I believe in the Boyan brothers, so it's good to see you here. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned, more coming up.
The driving mission at Go Sports is to bring you the best paintball content and broadcast in the world, behind the scenes, in the pits, and on the field. To continue this mission, we're rolling out a renovated website platform across the board, with easier search functions and a more robust chat system for better interaction with your fellow fans. Dive farther into the game with a new integrated stats portal. Get your insight into the game anytime, anywhere, with an improved functionality across all mobile devices. Check it out now.